Hello, welcome, I'm Devil Sniper and this is episode number 2 for my career mode with Portsmouth, and we have a 5-year deal, and in that time we have to get back to the Barclays Premier League and we have to win an FA Cup in 5 whole years. That's going to be some serious work, serious work. I don't know how we're going to do it. It's going to be tough. Anyway, on the screen I'm going to go through all the contracts and you'll see that we can only sell 2 players. Now you're probably thinking, whoa, hold on, pause button, stop, what's going on? You've gone back in time and you'd be spot on. I want to take just one moment to thank EA Sports for EAing me. I have been EA'd. Absolutely, well and truly EA'd. My career, basically, we made our signings. It was fantastic. We made some quality signings, brought some players into the club. I played the first game against Stevenage Borough and we won 1-0. I was dead chuffed. Career off to a fantastic start, and full-time whistle went and it froze. It just froze, and I was like, no, seriously, okay, fair enough. So I restarted it, and obviously I hadn't saved the transfer, so I had to do the same all over again. So I've done that all over again, and we played the game. This time we drew 1-1. I was like, okay, fair enough. Got scripted, fair play in the 85th minute. Wasn't too bothered, but we did score in the 80th minute, so I suppose it was fair scripting. And again, got to full time, whistle went, bash, froze, and I was like, no, seriously, come on. So restarted a third time. I actually decided to save all the transfers, which was fine. I was like, okay, so if it happens again, we're pretty much protected. As you can see on the screen, they're the guys that I'm now going for. And played the game. We lost 2-1. Full-time whistle went, and it froze. And I was like, seriously, this is becoming a little bit too frequent. So I took the hard drive out of my console, put it into my spare console that we use pretty much as a DVD player. Played it on... hooked it all up, played it, recorded, and again, the same happened. This time we actually won 3-0, and I was bouncing off the walls. It was a fantastic game, an absolute epic game, and again, it froze, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me, seriously. So it's not console related, so I could only put it down to EAing me. They EA'd me. They violated me. They violated our career. So I decided, after playing Halo 4 for about an hour and a half, that the only thing I could do is play West Ham, play Arsenal, and see if anything happens with that career mode. And nothing. Worked perfectly. Played with West Ham, finished the game, perfect, not a problem. Played with Arsenal, finished the game, perfect, not a problem. Went back to Portsmouth, played, finished the game, full time. A 0-0 draw, most boring game. So frustrating that I nearly smashed my controller into a billion pieces, and it froze. As soon as the full-time whistle went, bang, froze, back to square one. So I played Halo for a little longer, and as you can imagine, this time I wasn't borderline raging. I was sort of raging, really, quite ragey. So anyway, I decided that I was going to delete the career mode. So I deleted it, and yeah, we're starting afresh. I've changed my mind on some of the players. It gave me some additional time sitting down having a... I know this may sound cliche, but I sat down, had a cup of tea and a few Jaffa cakes, watched a bit of TV, played some more Halo 4 and really thought about the players you'd listed. I went through all the lists and I came up with a different set of players, and this is where we are at the moment. And this career mode is working fine. I played 2 games, got them back to back, and it was fine. It saved perfectly. I am saving after every single game. I've even done episode 3 already. A slightly different episode, but you'll see it when it comes out. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. It's a little bit different, but it should add, hopefully, to your enjoyment. I hope so anyway. So yeah, these first 2 games, I'm going to openly admit I'm not the greatest in the world, because I don't think I was in the right frame of mind. But I just wanted to play them. I just wanted to make sure that we could get on with the career mode, because, you know, it's hard enough with the budget we have, with the contracts we have our players currently on. The money is ridiculous, you know, £4,000 for budgeting for wages. No, Bradshaw there, seriously, come on EA, give me a break. I suppose this is a break. This is a kind of break. I sort of bit the bullet and thought, you know what, I'm going to go for the young lad. You know, Pison, I'm going to go for him. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to see how good this young lad is, see if he's worth having at Portsmouth, see if he can help us get a decent finish. Gotta say, he is a good player. Wow, he is a good player, and I've given it away that I signed him. Then again, saying that the email gives that away because I had to reallocate some of the budget, and little things like that just been annoying me with this career mode. But yeah, the career mode is going to be fine. It seems to be working fine. I have no idea what the anomaly was about. I just think it was just an anomaly. I think it was just a glitch, and yeah, I was EA'd. So all you guys out there who have been frustrated for weeks, I now know how you feel, because I went through probably about 4 or 5 hours yesterday, if not more, literally pulling my hair out, wanting to smash things to pieces. My controller nearly got destroyed, and yeah, it's been difficult, really frustrating, and I'm just happy now that we can actually get a crack on with it, get into it. Not the way I really wanted to, because we had some good results, and now it's come down to these 2 games. And as I say, I don't think I was in the right frame of mind when I played these. I don't think that helped. I think I was worrying about the 90th minute more than the actual game, getting to the 90th minute and hoping that nothing would happen again, and luckily it didn't. So basically we play game number 1, which is a league game. We're going to play against Bury. Game number 2 in this episode is going to be against Huddersfield, Championship side in the Capital One Cup. So it's not the easiest of starts to the season, but nonetheless the season is underway. We've got the results we've got. We've got something to build on. I think there's potential with the players we have. I do feel we need to somehow bring some more players in. We've signed Ballon, the CDM, young player. I'm happy with that. We've got Lucas Paisan, but we need a striker. That's a great ball. He just lacked a bit of pace, a little bit more pace, and we could have been well and truly in there. We do need a striker. I don't know what we're going to do about defence. I think we're okay to a degree. If we get many injuries, we're going to be probably buggered, to be honest. I mean, that was a great sliding tackle there. Absolutely last ditch. Absolute last ditch. But yeah, I think we need to bring a striker in. I've got a few people in mind. I'm thinking King from United, but I think he earns too much money a week. I think he's like £3,000-4,000 a week. So his budget is he's not really in our budget, to be fair. Someone like Hall from West Ham would be a great player to bring in, or Leggett. No, I really like those 2 players. Really do like those 2 players. I think they could add. Leggett in midfield would be fantastic. He's finding it hard enough to break into my West Ham career mode. Perhaps this would be a great move for him to come to Portsmouth and see how he really does do. And as you can see, I don't understand that penalty. Can someone please explain that penalty? He got the ball. He didn't get the player. He got the ball. The player just fell down because he's a girl, absolute girl. So the penalties in FIFA 13 this year are just so annoying. I probably average a penalty a game. Easily a penalty a game. I think I've already had 5 or 6 penalties against me with Arsenal. God knows how many with West Ham. Yes, we have got a few dodgy ones with West Ham, but that's not the point. So going in at half time 1-0 down was really frustrating, but I do like, the players aren't too bad. They're not as bad as I imagined. We lack a bit of pace for a start. Some of the first touches are unbelievable. That was unlucky. A great cross. It lacked a little bit of power on the cross, and I didn't really expect the lad to get on the end of it, because it was crossed into the 6-yard box, so the keeper's always going to dominate that area anyway. But Lucas Paisan is going to be really important to us. We're going to have to get the formation right, because everything we done good came through him. He was the main ball. We were always looking for him. He was then feeding the ball out really intelligently. We were unlucky there. The lad who plays left midfield, he's not renowned for scoring goals, and I can see why. But still, really enjoyed the game. Even though we lost 1-0, I don't think it's that bad. We had some good opportunities. We just got to take our opportunity. We're going to have to be more clinical, which is a worry, because you guys are probably seeing at times I'm probably more wasteful than clinical, and we don't have anyone who can really score a long range effort. I can hit them from long range, and I think it's just 1 in a million is going to go in with a Portsmouth player. 1 in a million. There's no sort of We haven't got Josie, we haven't got Gabs, we haven't got Filippo. You know, we're gonna struggle. We're definitely gonna struggle. But that's what's going to make this career mode so more exciting. Now, this is going to be a lot of hard work, a lot more blood and guts and tears are going to be spilt over this career mode than I think with my West Ham career mode. And my West Ham career mode is probably closer to my heart. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, look at that. That's a fantastic ball by the AI. That was unbelievable. But our keeper, he is a tank. He is a tank. And look at that. Yes, look. I dribbled the ball out of defence. I didn't give the ball away needlessly. I was really chuffed with that. Their weakness was the left-hand side. I exploited that as much as I physically could. Ballon picks the ball up. They're quite static. We feed it into Williamson, and he had a good shot, to be fair. He's not a bad player. Lacked a bit of power on the shot, but he was lean, he was off balance, so I can't be overly critical of him. This lad on the left-hand side, Obita, is it? Obita? Not a bad little player. Look at Paisan. He is our key. If we're going to do well, he is the key. And we need someone up front to support him. Do you know what I mean? He's going to be the key. Fantastic player. Playing in that CF role or a cam role, he really is fantastic. He needs to work on his right foot because that should have really been a goal. But again, we break down the left-hand side, feed the ball into Rodgers. Great touch by Rodgers. Look at that touch. That is that's a world-class goal. I know I've said world-class goal quite a few times in certain careers, but honestly, you look at his first touch and his turn. That is world class. That is absolutely brilliant. Honestly, I can see his potential now. Look at that touch and the turn. Too left-footed for me, but we now know he's left-footed, so we'll adjust our style to always put the ball in his left foot. But that was an amazing touch, fantastic touch, great play by Rodgers. The lad's potential. Everyone keeps saying he's got so much potential, so much potential. You've got to have him. You've got to have him. You've got to have him. I can now see it. No, I can now see it. It's fantastic. It's not a player I've played with at all. So it's and what's that all about? Seriously. So my defence has a nice line, and then all of a sudden, when they pick it up outside the box, my defence decides to go forward and create a massive hole. They step away, create the hole, a huge gap. A huge gap. Look, ready? There. See? The centre-back, stand next to my other centre-back, so he moves straight into him. That creates a huge gap. I don't understand that. That's just like EA scripting to me. And then I did make a rash challenge there, I will admit. I was getting frustrated. The day I'd had with this career mode, I was just getting overly frustrated. A great ball over the top, which is fantastic, but the problem I have is my centre-back, he just moves away. He goes towards Novak, and there's no need. Just no need whatsoever. He's created another huge gap, and the AI has been able to exploit it, because obviously what happens when you shoot, by default it will hit the goalkeeper's legs and it will always go to your striker. Obviously, because that's just default. It's the way it naturally happens. God knows why the keeper didn't take it in his hand. I mean, yeah, he got his legs to it, but that's just frustrating. I think it was just I was so frustrated from the whole day. But one thing I sort of surmised after playing the two games and actually thinking about it is I need two people up front. I need options up front, and the best way we're going to get that is with a 4-3-1-2. Which, as I say again, we're going to need a decent striker. We really do need to bring in someone probably pacey, but has an eye for goal. We need them to be clinical. If we could squeeze in, say, Javier Hernandez, he's on fire at the moment. He would be, he would be fantastic. But we need someone of that sort of ilk, someone who's clinical. We need a clinical striker. That is one of the most important things, because I think we're going to create a lot of chances with Lucas Paisan in cam. And as I say, Leggett and Hall, I think are really two good options. But if you guys have got any other options, any other thoughts, please let me have them. It means the world to me. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you guys in episode 3.